Good everybody and welcome to TNH Learning. For today's lesson, we will be doing fractions. Now fractions in mathematics has a lot of sections. So first off, we are going to start, what is a fraction? Now I've wrote it as part 1. What is a fraction? A fraction is when we divide something into equal pieces. So how do I write what is a fraction? Right, this line, we call this my fraction line. Then on top of my fraction line, we call that my numerator. On top of my fraction line is my denominator. Now, we mostly work with the denominator. The denominator tells us how many pieces something is divided into. Now, in mathematics, we use shapes. I'm going to draw a circle, a triangle, and a rectangle. So to identify how many pieces we have, we look at our denominator. So we will take this half and divide our shapes into half. Remember, denominator is 2. So I need to have 2 pieces. This is called a whole because it's not divided. It is one whole. But when we divide it, we call it fractions. So I'm going to divide into half because it says it needs to be 2 pieces. 1, 2. The triangle, there's a piece, there's a piece. So this is a half and a half. And my rectangle, a half and a half. Right. So just by looking at my denominator, I can take my shapes and cut it into that pieces. Right. Now the same if I say a quarter. We look at our denominator. My denominator is 4. So I need 4 pieces. So I will draw a circle and I need 4 pieces. So I will divide my circle into 4 equal pieces. I have a quarter there, here. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. I've got 4 equal pieces. So a quarter is equal to 4 pieces. Another example. My denominator is 8. So I need to divide my shape into 8 pieces. Right, 8 pieces. So this is an 8. Okay. So now we know what is our denominator. It tells us how many pieces a shape is divided into. Now in this way, when you know how you can find out how many pieces you have, you can also find out how to add fractions together. Now remember, we did know what is fractions. So now I'm going to do what is adding fractions. How do we add fractions together? So let's add fractions. Example number 1. If I have a half plus a half. Right. Now by adding fractions, it's very important that you look at your denominator. When the denominators are the same, you can add your numerators together. So when they are the same, we add the numerators. So here I have a 2 and I've got a 2. So I'm going to write the 2 down. Now here, by the equal, you don't say 2 plus 2. You only add your numerators. By adding fractions, very important, you don't add your denominators. You write the same denominator down. You only add your numerator. So 2 plus 2 stays 2, my denominator. We only add the numerators. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. You can actually circle them because you're only going to add the numerators. Now when the numerator and the denominator, if they are the same, we call them one whole. When the numerator and the denominator are the same, we call them one whole. So, 2 quarters plus 1 quarter. My denominators are the same, so I write down my 4. I add only my numerators together. So I'm going to add my numerators together. So it's 2 plus 1 is 3 quarters. Okay, let's try another one. Good, I've got 3/5 and I've got 2/5. When I add them together, I look at my denominators. Is my denominators same? Yes, they are. So when my denominators are the same, I add my numerators together. So I need to add my 3 and my 2 together. So 3 plus 2 is equal to 5 over 5. When my numerator and my denominator are the same, they are called one whole. Right, that is easy, right? When your denominators are the same, you can add your numerators together. The same it is with subtracting. When you're subtracting from each other, your denominators needs to be the same. The rule in fraction is you can only add and subtract fractions together when your denominators are the same. When your denominators are not the same, you cannot add fractions together. Let me show you quickly how subtracting works. So if I have 7 9s over 5 9s. Remember, subtracting, you can only subtract a bigger number from a smaller number. So 7 9s minus 5 9s. My denominators are the same, so I'm going to write my 9 down, my fraction line. So I can now subtract the 2 numerators from each other. So I'm going to say 7 minus 5 is equal to 2 9s. It's the same like adding. Remember, when your denominators are the same, you can either add or subtract your numerators from each other. So that is all in a nutshell for today for part 1 of fractions. In the next lessons, I will show you how you work out when your denominators are not the same. And also, I'm going to show you how the fraction rule works and what is equivalent fractions. I would like to thank everyone for watching today, for this interesting lesson that you had. And please don't forget to like and subscribe.